Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, one and all here at SEP, and also joining our live webcast here at waterskibroadcasting.com. This is the final day of action, and it will consist of the women's and men's slalom final, one following the other, and then we will have a short break for medal presentation before we go into the ladies' jump final and then the men's jump final. And then we'll present the final medals after that. So, some great skiing on tap. And assisting me with the announcements at the top of the tower. A good morning to you, Mr. Ola Tomta.
Good morning to you also, Tony. And this is going to be one thriller of a day, the last day here at SEAP. And what a good competition it has been so far, hasn't it?
Certainly has. We've had our thrills. We certainly had our spills here at the 2011 Europe and Africa Championships, and great performances, especially in the women's trick final yesterday. They were going lights out with the trick skiing final, and Clementine Lucine coming through with an excellent score over 9,000 points, and not too far behind were Natalia Berdnikava and Iris Cambrai, and it was certainly a women's trick final to remember, and we'll hope to create more great memories of some great skiing here at SEAP, starting off with the women's slalom final.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And for those of you who are watching this online, you should know that Tony is actually the producer, the presenter, the man who makes that happen online. But also, Tony, is that correct? You put everything out on YouTube, don't you?
Yes, indeed. The complete archive of this webcast, and indeed all the previous days' events, have been put on YouTube so far. So for those of you around the world that are unable to catch it live for whatever reason, we'll bring it to you courtesy of YouTube, as we now bring in our first competitor in the slalom event. This is Christina de Medrano.
That is correct, and she was in, well, she was in my face yesterday correcting me with her name. Her name is Christina, not Tina Christina or anything else. Christina. Here she goes. This is 14.
Not a bad opening pass. One side to the next, not a problem. And a good little effort there.
Yeah, beautiful skiing, and we know that they have pretty good training facilities in Spain for evolving in this sport, and we have several families that are known for its good water skiing coming up from Spain also.
You're certainly right there, and expect some great skiing to come. So, Christina de Medrano rocking her way through the opening pass. Should be no problem there for her, as we now get ready to transition into her next run, which will be the 13-meter line length, I assume. We'll keep on track with the boat camera, as we'll try and transition over to the tower camera in just a few moments. But here is Christina de Medrano. Entrance round number one. Not a problem thus far. Oh, but around number two, and getting into a horrid shape there with that particular turn. We'll have a look at this again for the benefit of our webcast audience, and going down remarkably early on this pass of 30 meters, a little narrow into number one actually, but slowing this down just a little bit more, and we will see where she went down. Just gone on the tip of the ski and just couldn't hang on to that pole. So Christina de Medrano in the water, having scored 1 1/2 buoys there on the 13-meter line.
I am definitely sure that that was way out of her plans for these finals, and we're sorry for you, Christina, and wish you the best of luck in the next international slalom competition.
Certainly, and next competitor to take to the water representing Italy will be Beatrice Yani. So going round the Northeast Island and getting ready for her opening pass, Beatrice Yani.
And she's coming in on 14 meters.
Entrance number 1. Not too bad so far as she gets round the first half of the course, round number 4. Seems to have a pretty good handle on this run. And very good looking opening pass there from Beatrice Yani.
Yes, and it's safe to say that this is a kind of slalom specialist. She has a personal best 2.5 at 11, and she's not tricking or jumping here. She started skiing when she was 6 years old, actually, and
and the silver medalist from last year's European Under-21 Slalom Championship, and in a runoff at that time with Amber Frank of France. But good to see her skiing in these finals.
Her hobby is pretty special. She has a hobby riding space shuttles, she says.
Oh, well, I think she's a little bit late on that track.
That must be a pretty expensive hobby, don't you think, Tony?
So it looks like the boat is holding right now. For some reason, we'll try and get some information on that shortly. But Beatrice Yani.
Okay, we have just seen Beatrice Yani from Italy going through her first pass on that 14-meter rope, coming back now at 13, and she needs to go. Well, what do you reckon, Tony? Well, the winner rope length will be somewhere. That's 11, don't you think?
Something like that. It may actually be a little bit further down the line. We'll find out during the course of this event. Here comes Beatrice, entrance gates number 1. Working her way cross course around number 2. Should be in pretty good shape at this point on 13 meters, but anything can happen, of course. And for Beatrice Yani, superb looking run. As we take a look at this one last time via our slow motion replay. Continuing to maintain a rhythm in this pass. So, 12 meters comes up next for Beatrice Yani.
Yes, and looking at those results from yesterday, Tony, we saw that actually Anais Amade did 1 on 10.75.
You're absolutely right, and currently holds the lead going into this round of the competition. 12 meters coming up for Beatrice Yani. Good turn on number one, maintaining good posture and good control.
Oh, she has a problem around that number two.
Look at that.
Brings the handle a bit up.
Oh, and going down hard around number 4 and going down rather earlier than expected there for Beatrice Yani. We'll take a closer look and a clearer look on this particular run for Beatrice. Both of our first skiers going down relatively early in their particular runs. But Beatrice currently holding the lead right now with that score on the 12-meter line, but I don't think that that will really please Beatrice too much. Little on the back of the ski round number 2, but she was still in good enough shape to continue on with the pass, getting as far as number 3, and still maintaining a good posture and good angle across the boat. Now this is the point where she went down. The handle went high, went on the inside, and when she took that hit from the boat, it hit back. So that is Beatrice Yani going back to swimming in towards the shore, having scored that total of 3.5 on 12 meters. So it looks like we got our utility boat out there for some reason. It might actually need to replace a buoy out there, but we'll take a look and see why. I'm sure whoever jumped in the water there was got a pretty decent shock. But you know how these Norwegians are. They'll live through anything. Snowstorms, hailstorms, ice storms. A little bit of cold water doesn't hurt them. They're tough. They're Norwegians. And for those Norwegians who aren't so tough, there's Neutrogena.
Well, so far, Tony, this has been a, let's call it a difficult start on this slalom final. We've had 2 skiers who's actually done worse than what they did in the opening rounds. Let's hope this will not be a syndicate for the rest of the skiers. And now we need those skiers to do their very, very best.
It's certainly. I mean, it hasn't gone to the best of starts out there for those two ladies especially. So now we're going to get ready for our next competitor to take to the water. The next skier should be Irene Aurora of Austria.
Yeah, and she also has her personal best with 2 boys at 11 meters. She should be absolutely capable of running that 12-meter line. And what a treat it will be to get some personal bests here today. Hopefully, that's what we're going to see right now. She wants to say to, well, the crowd, they're not here yet, but they're coming. She wants to thanks for being here and making this tournament special. Well, hopefully the crowd will be here pretty soon. And mentioning that, the jump finals will be somewhat where between, well, I'm guessing like 12, 1 o'clock something.
Something like that. And with the jumping finals, Norway has a presence in that event. Is that correct?
one more time, please?
Norway has a presence in the men's jump final. Is that correct?
Well, we have. You're in for a treat. Let's put it that way.
Yes, indeed, and we'll expound upon that a little bit later on as we await the entrance of our next competitor, Irene Aurora of Austria, who in the previous round of the competition.
She has one thing she wants to change in the world, and that is to make this water ski sport a Olympic event, and that's what we're looking for, everybody, aren't we?
Yes, certainly water skiing to be an Olympic sport, underscoring that. She scored, Irene Aurora scored a 5 on 12 meters in the elimination round.
And of course, being from Austria, we should all guess that her coach is and are Franz Oberleitner amongst a couple of other guys.
Yeah, but on the starting dock with Irina, because we've taken over 10 minutes to resolve this situation with the buoy. The boat has to make a pass up and down the slalom course. The simulation pass, as it were. We're getting some wonderful images from all over the facility. Those of you that are watching our webcast, we've got the tower cam right there. We've got the opposite shoreline camera over here. And then we've got the boat cam. So, Irene Aurora on the starting dock and getting ready to go. As we continue on, let me bring some of you up to speed with the current team classifications in this open competition. We take the top 8 positions and use those to qualify for the European Cup next season, which will take place in Richeto. And with that in mind, Italy are currently in 8th place right now, with Belgium just placed above them, then Austria, Russia, Great Britain, the Czech Republic, Belarus, and France in the top 8 in ascending order. So, out of the top 8 positions, there are a couple of nations that can move up a little bit, but the one that I'm looking at in particular is possibly Finland. But there is quite a significant points gap between Finland and Italy right now, but we'll have to wait and see what transpires. All right, Irene Aurora on the dock right now and getting ready to go in for her opening pass. Irene Aurora of Austria going in 14.25 meters. And here comes Irene Aurora.
Okay, this is still 14 meters. First in for Irene Aurora of Austria. Personal best 2 at 11. Let's see how she does this 14. Very, very nice. Easy going through that first pass of her final run.
Nicely done. 14.25 meters. Not a problem there for Irina. As we get prepared to take a look at this action replay.
What do you say, Tony? Let's put some music out there.
All right, Irene Aurora. Got a little bit of music going on in the background for the benefit of you guys here at watching live at Say Up. For you guys watching the webcast, you get to listen to Ola and myself. Couple of reasons why that's the case. One, because most of you have requested it via our online poll on the Cover It Live feature to the left-hand side of the webcast. And two, we don't want to run into any problems with YouTube whenever the archive of this webcast is uploaded. All right then, here we go. Irene Aurora. Coming in, the next pass, 13 meters. Gets a pretty decent start. Round number 1 and number 2. So on 13 meters, a pass that she should be.
Doesn't seem to have any problems at all going through that 13 in her own perfect way.
Nicely done. A good second pass there, 13 meters. As I said, she shouldn't have a problem at all with this particular run. But we have seen skiers who have skied earlier in this competition come up against a brick wall with at least the first 2 opening passes. And hopefully Irene Aurora, who has some fans in Austria, are watching this, as one of you have just messaged on the Cover It Live feature to the left side of the webcast. And wishing Irina the best as she continues on. Very, very composed on that pass. And as we take a look at Irene Aurora on the tail end of this replay, we'll bring her back into the course right here and now. For the next pass, 12 meters, more than 3.5 will give her the lead. Round number 1 takes a good snap of the line. Round number 2, keeping the flow going. Round number 3. Look at this, round number 4. Great turn on number 5. Good recovery turn. She gets round number 6. Snaps the line at the end of the pass. Great skiing there from Irene Aurora.
She's very happy with that, of course, knowing that her personal best is another 2 boys. 2 boys at 11, personal best. Let's see if she can push that a little bit. That'll be good news for Austria and good news for Irene Aurora, of course.
And good news for Jana Partel, who's messaged in on the Cover It Live application. Wishing good luck to all the Austrians today. And especially Irene Aurora, who's currently skiing right now.
Well, 2 boys at 11 would actually put her in the 7th position from yesterday's results. So she needs to push that a little bit more to be able to be up amongst those top three skiers that will get the medals, of course.
Yes, and certainly Irina skiing amongst the best passes right now. And as we look at the tail end of this run, we'll go to live pictures with Irene Aurora coming in for 11.25 meters.
Remember, personal best, 2 points. There's one.
There's one of them. Round number 2. Does she get to the wakes? I'm not too sure, but good effort there from Irene Aurora of Austria.
Yes, from my point of view here, Tony, up on the roof, I must say that unfortunately she did not reach around that number 2.
We'll take a look at this via our action replay to get a little bit of a closer view on this one. Got a reasonable turn off number 1, although the handle did come up high. And going frame by frame now with Irina, and the ski on the inside of that buoy, it would just disappeared on the other side, and thus she scores 1:11.25. She is in the lead though, 1:11.25 meters for Irene Aurora. Now, we're about to take our next competitor, who should be Sandra Bas.
And what's good news for the Bottas family is that both the sisters are in the finals. And also remember yesterday, well, in the preliminary round, they're actually on a tie with one at 11, both of them, both Sandra and Nadine.
Good turn on number one, just really roping this past to start off with. 14.25 meter start. Nice and early. Round number 5. Number 6, not a problem at all for Sandra Bas. So we take a look at this again. Just trying to establish some good form right from the get-go. Sandra Bas, as you rightly say, Ola, both Sandra and Nadine Bas are tied from the elimination round.
That is correct, and unfortunately I don't have any bio sheets on these sisters, but I'm sure that they are actually very, very, very dedicated to this sport.
Certainly, and they help run the Botassa Ski School in Cesena, just outside Madrid in Spain. And that was the venue of the European and Africa Under-21 Championships. The Europe and Africa Under-21 Championships took place at their home side, and Sandra actually took the silver medal in the slalom event.
So let's see, this 13 coming back up, and her result from the preliminary round, 1 at 11. Let's see what happens. This should be easy.
It should be, but she can't afford to take too many chances. Here she comes. Entrance gates, round number 1. Handle up high. Round number 2, continuing to keep the flow. From one side of the course to the next. Just look at her go. Off 4, round number 5. And number 6. Not a problem there for Sandra Bas. As we have a look at this pass once again. So, not a bad effort thus far for one of 3 Spaniards in this women's slalom final. We've already seen Christina de Medrano take to the water. First out this morning, and here we've seen the second of our Spanish female skiers, certainly underscoring how much the Spanish team has improved in the last few seasons. Qualified for the European Cup this year. They face a little bit of an uphill struggle to qualify for next year. But we'll see how everything transpires. All right. Getting ready.
Looking at that starting list, you're absolutely right that they actually have 3 skiers in this finals. Well, it's only France that has more skiers. They have 4, and those are the only 2 nations that has several skiers into the finals. Here she comes back now. Very nice 13 pass there. Now 12 meters. Watch out. Number 2. Number 3. Beautiful. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
And just on the back of the ski and going down hard. Sandra Bas going down a little bit earlier than she anticipated there. As we look at the action replay.
Well, she is stuck with that 2.5 at 12, and of course that was not part of the plan going into these finals. Let's see if her sister can do something about that to put their family name way up there on the result list.
Sandra Bas, just getting on the back of the ski according to this replay, and just losing a lot of distance down course as a result. Gets around number 3, and actually the ski goes over the line towards the end of the turn, and when the ski does that, it's goodbye, Mr. Bond. So, Sandra Bas swimming in, and now getting ready for our next competitor. Will be Nadine Bas.
You are absolutely right. And to tell you about the program throughout this day, we will have the women's slalom, the men's slalom finals, and then we will have the medal presentation from the European champions in tricks. Following up on that, we will have a short break and a lot of stuff happening on the arena today. And in the end, the top final, the most dramatic final, the always very exciting final with a Norwegian jumper jump.
So continuing on, we got Nadine Bas. Nadine making her way in towards the slalom course now for the opening pass, 14.25 meters. Not a bad effort thus far from Nadine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and indeed number 6. So good effort there from Nadine.
Yes, beautiful skiing there on our first pass. The sister of Sandra, of course. Remembering that Sandra dropped down on 2.5 at 12. Let's hope that Nadine will rescue their family name and put their name way up on that result list.
Certainly right there, and Nadine Bas, the older sister, the older sibling among the Bas sisters. We'll see what she's capable of with the next pass. Got plenty of visitors from all across the world viewing in on this webcast. I'll give a few shout outs occasionally. Good friend Rich Mattis wants me to mention about the cutting edge skiers at Church Wheel, and also training in Cornwall this weekend. Thanks for you guys watching the webcast as we now bring in Nadine Bas for this next run. Entrance gates number 1, 30 meters. Now she really needs, over the tip of her ski a little bit. She's going to have to fight this one. A little bit late down course, but she's still continuing to ski. And nicely done. Good fighting pass there from Nadine Bas.
Very nice 13 indeed. Coming back now on that crucial 12-meter line. She needs to go through that to be able to fight her way up to the top three positions.
So Nadine Bas, 13 meters successfully cleared, along with the opening pass of 14, of course. So continuing on, and as I mentioned, we have a webcast audience, both far and near. As near as the official hotel for the skiers, they're watching this. As we get prepared to bring in Nadine Bas for this next run. Getting a little bit wayward with this pass on 12 meters. But continuing to ski. Come on, Nadine. Hold on. And unfortunately, only as far as 4 on that particular run.
Well, too bad there for this young skier that could not go through that 12-meter line. And what are we looking at so far, Tony?
Hold up a second as we look at Nadine Bas's action replay. We'll wind this back just a little bit. For you fans back there, Nadine Bas. I believe she scored on this particular run the 4 buoys on this on 12 meters, but not getting the getting a pretty good start, but just really not able to maintain too much back arm pressure against the boat for some reason, and thus not able to get good cross-course traction around number 2, and our approach into number 3 looked fairly decent. Nice wide and relatively early, but the handle going up high, and that's when her stability was compromised around that number 4, and just on the back of the ski flattens off, and there Nadine Bas.
Well,
not even too sure whether she got the 4 buoy count. Didn't go through the next set of boat guides.
I can tell you now that she has officially scored 3.5 at 12, looking at the scoreboard.
Yes, indeed, and could have easily have gotten 4 buoys, but not too sure why she didn't even attempt to get that extra half. But Nadine, either way, isn't particularly pleased with that performance. So actually 3.5 on 12 meters is going to go her way. All right. Next competitor up, it's going to be Natalia Berdnikava. Natalia Berdnikava. And I'll tell you something, Ola, it's starting to actually get a little bit warmer now.
Oh, really? Well, I can tell you about Natalia Berdnikava that she has a personal best of 3 at 11, and she is actually a marketing and she has a marketing and management degree. That's kind of in my kind of work too. Let's see how she does. Here is 14, first buoy. Coming in strong on that 14. Looks like a very confident and strong slalom ski here. Going through that 14, very easy, beautiful ski.
Very, very tough skier, Natalia. We saw her in the tricks event yesterday. We also look forward to seeing her in the jump final later on today, where she is the top-seeded jumper, and has a pending European overall record that's currently being processed right now, based upon the initial rounds of skiing, in particular the team competition. From what I understand, Natalia Berdnikava running 14.25 meters with the opening pass. Natalia Berdnikava, the current world overall champion, world tricks champion, world jump champion. The only event in which she didn't medal in is this one, and she's not doing too bad right now. Here comes Natalia Berdnikava approaching the course right here and now.
One thing she would like to change in this world is to get the Belarus a better economy, and of course we can understand that. Now, 13, here she comes. First, oh, beautiful first buoy. Very good first buoy. Very strong on that 13. She's pulling. This must be a very strong woman out there. You can see her leaning backwards and has no problems at all at picking up those turns and pulls it through to the next buoy.
Very, very strong and very well balanced out there, Natalia Berdnikava. Certainly using the balance that has made her a remarkable trick skier and jumper, don't forget, and using that for the slalom event. Knows full well that it's not so much how much effort you put into the turn, it's how much effort and leverage you put behind the boat. But even before then, being patient enough to allow the ski to turn, establish angle, and then get early enough for the next buoy ahead. So that is Natalia Berdnikava. Getting ready for this run.
Okay, bringing her back on this 12-meter line. We are actually halfway through the finals. Oh!
Oh, and getting a horrid turn round number one. Really going to have to fight this one out if she could possibly do it. 12 meters.
Wow.
Oh, hanging tough around 5. Oh, wow. What a pass.
What a fight. What a fight. That is incredible. Very good skiing. She almost tipped forward on that first buoy. And that tells me, Tony, how strong this young woman is. Let's have a look on that replay.
Yes, indeed. And not the best of number one turns by any stretch of the imagination there for Natalia Berdnikava. But boy, did she ever recover off number two, getting the leverage necessary to continue on with the run. A little bit over the tip of a ski round that third turn, but just trying to keep her shoulders up, trying to keep it down course, so to speak. But just look at that recovery turn on number 4. Still took a little bit of a hit, but she held her angle, held her composure. And then round number 5, it was just pure grit and determination to get the ski round 6.
Right now we have Irene Aurora as in the lead with 1 at 11. But I think that this young woman is going to do something about that as the sun actually goes through the clouds.
Yes, indeed. We're going to get a ray of sunshine here in just a few moments. And here's a little ray of sunshine out in the water right now.
In the lead.
Berdnikava going down around 1.5. She's the new leader. Let's give it up for her, please. Natalia Berdnikava. Natalia Berdnikava from Belarus. Rope a little bit high off the turn. And tries to get a recovery turn on number 2, and unfortunately that wasn't to be. So Natalia Berdnikava swimming in towards the shore. I'm sure the fans that she has in Central Florida appreciate that little effort. In particular, those that are at the Jack Travers ski school at Sunset Lakes. And hopefully you're pleased with what you've seen so far as Natalia Berdnikava is concerned, as we now get ready for our next competitor on this list. Should be Amber Frank coming up next.
Okay, so the next competitor, as you already said, Ambre Franck of France, has a personal best of 2 boys at 10.75. So this skier could actually go through that 11 meters. So let's see if she's going to set the pace for the fight up against those top 3 positions, gold, silver and bronze medals. We are actually 6 skiers away from that result.
All right, about halfway through this event right now. We've seen Natalia Berdnikava take the lead now with a score at 1.5 at 11.25 meters. Here comes Amber Franck. Not a bad start. Like her style, like her edge change and her counter rotation. And a great looking opening pass there from Amber Franck of France.
Considering her result in the preliminary round, 2.5 at 11, and her personal best, this young woman should be capable of going straight up into the lead.
Certainly, and Amber will be competing in the World Under-21 Championships in about a couple of weeks' time, and that competition, the World Under-21 World Ski Championships in Mouillac in the Haute-Vienne in France, in Limoges, just outside Limoges, will be brought to you exclusively live through the Water Ski Broadcasting Company. Coverage of that competition begins on August the 31st and ends on September the 4th. So keep your eyes open for that, and keep your eyes open for another great performance from Amber Franck as we watch the tail end of her replay on the opening pass of 14.25 meters. And now, getting ready for the next run.
Coming in that first, oh, beautiful first setup, and a good number 2.
Look at that. Good setup on the first half of the course. Little on the tail of the ski round number 4, but just driving that ski round number 5, and she is being really, really aggressive out there with this slalom performance thus far. 13 meters.
No problem at all.
So, Amber Franck on 13 meters, and I'll let you webcast folks continue to watch without any disturbance or interruption from me.
Okay, so let's see what happens now on this 12-meter pass. Will she go through that? Of course, she would normally do that.
But anything can happen. Let's see what transpires for Amber Franck.
Nice. Good first boy, strong, looking good on that second, and pulling it through that number 3. And she is pretty high on time.
Takes a hit off 4. Round number 5. Oh, look at that ski. Absolutely roping that pass. Great, great skiing there from Amber Franck. 12 meters, the way it should be run, folks. Absolutely in fine shape from start to finish. Didn't look at all flustered with the 12-meter line.
Now remember her result from the preliminary round, 2.5 at 11, and she needs to go more than that to be able to to have one of those medals.
Quite possibly, yes. And certainly now she's at the point where she can start to push it on 11.25 meters and try and put some heat on the skiers to come. Got about 5 or 6 skiers remaining after her. Natalia Berdnikava is still in the lead with 1.5.
She has a personal best. Remember that she has a personal best of 2 at 10.75. So let's see her through this. Watch out, here she comes. This is 11.25. Okay. Oh, nice first setup. Good number 2. Wow, look at this. Is she going to make? Yes, she's going to go through this.
She's
going to do it.
Round number 4.
She's going to do it. Come on!
Oh,
no!
And the ski jumped out of the water there on that turn, round number 5. She has the lead. Good effort there from Amber Frank on 11.25 meters. We'll take a look at this one last time. Here a slow motion replay. We'll speed it up a little bit so we can get to the turns that really helped to make that pass as deep as it was. Got a little bit of a hitch and a delay off of number 4, which didn't help her going into number 5. Tried to put some pressure on the ski to get it round a little bit quicker, and unfortunately it didn't work out for her. But Amber Frank swimming into the shore right now, the new leader with 4.5.
That is correct, and looking at the results from the preliminary round, that will put her straight into the bronze medal. Let's see what the rest of the skiers will do. We have 5 more to come in this very, very exciting finals right now.
But certainly before we can start placing skiers into medal positions, I mean, the score that you gave for Amber Frank, the score that she has right now at 4.5, would have put her in 3rd place going into this round of the competition. But we still have plenty of skiing to come before we decide the destiny of the medals. With our next skier, Kate Adrianson, hoping to be on the podium.
And I can tell you that, Tony, that if Kate Adrianson wants to go up in the lead, she has to do a personal best. Her personal best is 5 at 11. Here she comes in on that 14. First pass. And Kate Adrianson of Belgium is, well, with her name, it's suspiciously like a Danish name. Must be some inheritance from that, maybe or not, I'm not sure. Anyway, she has her personal best, 5 at 11, does that 14, very nice.
So far, so good for Kate. .25 meters should not be a pass that that concerns her that much.
Well, anything she wants to say to the crowd is that Norway is a beautiful country. Too bad it's kind of cold. Well, sorry about that. This is August in Norway, and you are talking about one of the most northerly countries in the world. So yes, it's cold in September. October we have snow.
Yes, indeed, and a remarkable video came out during the winter of last year, where we saw Øystein jumping in the winter time. That was an extraordinary piece of footage.
13
meters. Needs to get on the gas and get on the gas quickly. Round number 5, round number 3, 4. Good to go round 5, and on 13 meters, very, very precise. And a 6 buoy count there for Kate Adrianson. 13 meters.
Well, I can tell you that, Tony, that looking at that replay coming up right now, That 13 was kind of more fight than the previous 14. Let's have a look on that.
Certainly great skiing, and 12 meters coming up, and getting messages from all over the world here at waterskibroadcasting.com using the Cover It Live application, and we had the tournament organizer from the Europe and Africa Championships about 3 years ago. That was in Sweden, and complimenting us on what we've done so far. Thank you very much, Bo. And according to our statistics, which we managed to gather yesterday, we've had viewers from over 40 different nations tuning in to this webcast.
This young woman, Kate Adrianson, actually played squash for 10 years and was vice national champion, actually.
Certainly values the whole cardiovascular fitness aspect of water skiing. Look at this.
Wow.
This
Come
is
on.
12 meters. Kate Adrianson.
Yes, she does that very strong and confident, leaning backwards and pulling. This is a strong young woman, and as I just said, she actually has played this squash for 10 years and has a lot of strength from that, of course.
Yes, indeed, and certainly squash is one of those sports that quite a few of our athletes play in the off-season, squash or racquetball or any kind of racket sport, basically to improve their cardiovascular fitness. Certainly, if you can run these passes and pull out to short and without taking too many deep breaths and be able to control your heart rate between each pass, then it certainly bodes well for you. In this instance, Kate Adrianson doing a fine job out there on the 12-meter line.
And that will be her personal best, Tony. She has a personal best of 5 at 11. So going for a personal best now will put her in the lead and a guaranteed 4th position in the end. Let's see how that goes.
All right, here we go. Kate Adrianson. Needs to start. Gets
wow.
Good angle off number
good
one.
Number one.
But did she bite off more than she could chew? Come on, round number 3. Does she get to the wakes? No, she doesn't. So it looks like it's going to be 2 1/2. 2 1/2 for that effort for Kate Adrianson. 11.25 meters. We'll have a look at this gate shot into number 1. Good angle, good knee bend, and going frame by frame here around number 1. Certainly got the skier out underneath her, but she took a big hit as a result. Round number 2, she was going down course from that point onwards, and now round number 3, tried to tighten up the line, tried to get in time for the boat guides, and unfortunately she was there and the boat guides were behind her, so it looks like 2 1/2. 2 1/2 at 11.25 meters for Kate Adrianson.
Yeah, that puts her into the 2nd position so far.
So, Kate Adrianson. Now, next competitor to take to the water will be Manon Costard.
Also, Manon has a personal best on this 11 meters. 5 1/2 at 11 is her personal best. And let's see if she can do something with that. Needs 4 1/2. Well, actually needs 5 to go into the lead right now with 3 skiers behind her.
Not a bad start. Continuing to roll. Very nicely done opening pass, 14.25 meters. Not a problem there for Manon Costard. Take a look at this once again from our boat camera. pass that shouldn't worry her too much. So, Manon Costard, pass 1 underneath her belt.
Yes, she is, for the time being, a student at Florida Southern College. And her favorite towboat is not in favor of the Nautic, it's Mastercraft. Well, anyway, she's out there now defending her position from the preliminary round when she was number 4. And she wants to climb that up to a medal position, of course. First, she has to go 5 at 11, and her personal best is 5.5. And I can imagine that was pretty exciting at the time being, almost going through that 11-meter pass.
Okay, this is Manon Costard right here, right now. Entrance gates, number 1. Good snap of the line. Good extension round number 2. Allowing the ski to fully rotate off number 3. Number 4 looks pretty decent. 5. And she can just basically cakewalk this pass around number 6. Fantastic effort there from Manon Costard as we watch once again. Very good shape with this this pass. So, not a bad effort from Manon Costard. Almost beating the camera on a couple of instances around the 2-4-6 side turn as you're watching on the replay. A little bit loose off number 4, but that's nothing she should be overly concerned about. And Manon Costard coming round the turn island and getting ready for the next pass of 12 meters. We'll see how she progresses with this run.
Okay, 12 meters. Let's see how she does on that rope length on that first buoy. Very good first buoy. Second.
So far, so good. Oh, a little on the back of the ski on that particular turn. Look at her continue. On the back on number 5 as well. But Manon Costard able to recover and continue on with the pass. Manon Costard, the 12-meter run. Almost expected of these girls a little further down the line now.
Of course, so, she's...
Continue on, Ola. So, Manon Costard, very, very fine shape. Very, very patient at the end of these turns. Just allowing the ski to fully rotate before she piles on the beans, so to speak. So not a bad effort here from Manon Costard as she gets ready for the 11.25 meter line. The boat starting to motor off. Make its turn around the island as our webcast audience is watching the tail end of this this replay.
Well, remember her personal best 5.5 at this rope length, 11.25, and she needs to go on her personal best to go up into the lead. Oh,
certainly, well. She needs to start though. Round 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, in fine shape.
Wow.
Continue to roll.
Wow.
Look at her go.
Woo!
Look at her
yes!
go. Look at her go.
Hey!
All the way.
Hey! Yes, that's how to do it. She does it. She does her personal best right. Let's see up. And let's have a look on that replay, Tony.
Yeah, she definitely got the start that she wanted. Looks like our boat camera seems to have moved off from the center line. Can't see too much of her 246 side, but what we can see is her cross course angle. Really got back onto it off for number 2 and got the best turn that she could have hoped for in number 3, and just really just stayed with the passes long enough and strong enough. 11.25 meters. Not the easiest of passes to run at the best of times, but Manon Costard just getting a little bit out of shape on a couple of them, but she was able to get round number 5 and get round number 6, and she has the lead. And throwing the iron fist at the end. Wonderful stuff. Now,
this might be the European champion right here on the water.
Possibly.
At 10.75. Personal best.
Entrance, round number 1. Gets the start. Round
Whoa!
number 2. Oh, come on!
Whoa!
Round number 3.
Wow!
Into the wakes.
Manon Costard!
Oh, wow.
Of France!
Manon Costard. Where
Vive
did
la
she come
France!
from? Ow! What a great effort, and we're going to take the replay once again.
Having a look on that replay, Tony, and from my position up here, there's a doubt at number 3, but I'm sure it's 2 points, 10.75.
Yes, we're taking a look at the replay right now to see how far she got score-wise. Know that we knew that she got round number 2, but going frame by frame, we got the clearest possible angle to determine. Oh, wow. It looks like, I'm not too sure how the judges have called it. What's the score up there, Ola?
Let's hear it once more for Manon Costard. What a great skier. What a performance. Very good.
Looks like she scored 2. Looks like a score of 2 for Manon Costard on 10.75 meters.
And that might be the European champion right there.
We need to adjust that boat camera. It's moved off its center line. It's not hitting 2.6. We need to get someone communicated with that. Okay, next competitor to go representing France will be Clara Le Forestier.
And Clara Le Forestier of France had yesterday in the preliminary round 4 at 11.25, and she also needs to go through that 11 to be able to go up on those top 3 positions. Right now, 3 more to go. This is the first. This is 14 meters. She comes around that number 2, has no problem at all going through this 14-meter pass. Of course, it's only warming up in front of those next rope length she wants to go to and through.
So, Clara Le Forestier. Formality of a pass for her. 14.25 meters. Shouldn't be too worried about this pass. And as a result, she runs the 6 buoy count. So, drama continuing here with the Europe and Africa Water Ski Championships for 2011. We see Claire Liesvelter getting through 14.25 meters. We've just seen Manon Costard with a score of 2 at 10.75 meters. All right, here we go. Entrance number 1. Good attacking posture into number 2. Gets the turn that she needs around number 3 to maintain her composure on this course. Nicely done. Round 5, round number 6. Not a problem there for Claire Liesvelter. As we watch and admire once again, Claire Liesvelter, 13 meters, her second pass. So, Claire Liesvelter with the pass of 13 meters under her belt, and now getting ready for the next run of 12 meters, a pass that she knows that she has to clean all 6 buoys with. So, we'll rejoin the live pictures right now with Claire Liesvelter. Not a bad turn off number 1. Number 2 isn't too shabby either. Round 3 and 4 should be all over number 5, and round number 6 not a problem for Claire Liesvelter as she works her way down towards the island, the southwest island, and will now shorten to 11.25 meters, a pass that she knows now is going to be a critical one to run. I beg your pardon.
Yes, of course, and that's what it's all about when it comes down to the top 3 positions. She needs now to go actually 2 1/4 to 10.75 to go up in the lead. She has to clear this 11.25 meter pass, and well, everybody knows that the rope now is shorter than what it is out to the buoy. So this is one, well, to put it right out there, this is one hell of a job coming up right now.
Okay, and answering a few messages on the Cover It Live application. Good to hear from Fred Cambrai from Mouzac in France. Look forward to seeing him in a couple of weeks for the World Under-21 Championships. I'm certainly marveling at the French slalom talent that's on offer right here and now.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look at that, number 1. Rotation on
the
yes. Whoa, round number 2. She's going to have to get on the beans with this one. She's round number 4.
Yes.
Can she make it round 5? Yes, she can.
She's going to do it.
Can she make it round 6? Oh!
6 boys!
You betcha!
Woo-hoo! Wow. This is France, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. This is France.
Wow, sweating bullets, I tell you.
Vive la France and really good, going on and through that 11.25, coming back at 10.75, and she needs to do 2 1/4 just to be able to be up on that fight around those 3 medals: gold, silver, or bronze.
Now, Claire-Lise Velter, our third skier from last, if she can get a piece of 3, she will automatically put herself on the podium because there are only 2 skiers to go after her. But getting that far is not an automatic, though. Claire-Lise Velter through 11.25 meters, stomping that pass. We'll rejoin live pictures with Claire-Lise Velter approaching the course right here and now.
Okay, eyes on target, eyes on target. This is 10.75. Here she comes. She needs 2 1/4. 1!
Whoa, on the back of the ski. Round number 2.
Oh, no.
Oh, and missing out on a potential opportunity to make it to the podium. Let's give it up, please, for Claire-Lise Velter.
Yes, give her a big hand. And I'm not sure what's going to happen with that score, Tony. Hopefully she'll get a half a buoy of that.
Maybe. That could well be the case.
Maybe 1 1/2, maybe 1 1/4. She drops the handle pretty early on that second buoy, and it's going to be a judge's decision. But
yes.
Anyhow, Claire-Lise Velter, very nice skiing. Thank you very much. Beautiful skiing on that 11.
And we're going frame by frame here with the webcaster to examine that. The ski made around outside buoy number 2, and then afterwards she lost contact with the handle. So it's down to a judge's call. It's 1 1/4. 1 1/4 buoys there on 10.75 meters. Let's give it up, please, for Claire-Lise Velter.
Yeah. 1 1/4 at 10.75. And right now we have 2 more skiers. And we already have Manon Costard on the podium.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And Manon Costard on the podium right now with that score of 2 on 10.75 meters. And the next lowest score after her is that score of Claire-Lise Velter of 1 1/4 at 10.75 meters. So to get onto the podium right now, the skiers will have to exceed that buoy count on 10.75 meters. Starting off with our next competitor from Great Britain, Nicole Arthur.
If you are looking at that starting list right now, Tony, you can see that it might as well. It's a very high risk. Well, don't call it risk, call it a coincidence that we would have 3 French flags on that podium. It could be the only person to do something about that is the skier on the water coming right now, Nicole Arthur.
Yes, indeed. The only skier stopping, potentially preventing complete French dominance on the podium right now for the women's slalom event.
Her personal best, 3 1/4 at 10.75. Let's have a look on that 14. Look at her warming up out there. So, how'd you like the ski site, Tony?
I think it's absolutely beautiful. Wonderful ski site. Skis very well for our competitors out there, and some great skiing thus far from Nicole Arthur. As we take a look at her opening pass, 14.25 meters. Still continuing to get messages from all across the world. Again, more more audience members tuning in from the United States now, even though right now it's still very much in the early hours of the morning. And our webcast audience continues to grow here for this, the 2011 Europe and Africa Water Ski Championships. And they are currently witness to Nicole Arthur running through the opening pass of 14.25 meters. Really working it well from one side of the course to the next, using a considerably wider ski, at least at the tip of the ski, than most of our other competitors. And here we go, Nicole Arthur approaching the course right here, right now. Entrance number 1, blazing a trail into number 2. Look at her go off 2. Round number 3. Still has to stay focused and methodical from one side of the course to the next. Almost taking a huge hit round number 5, but she's good to go. Composed around number 6. Good effort from Nicole Arthur, 13 meters, and she continues to progress down the line. 12 meters coming up for the next run. Nicole Arthur from Great Britain, and more specifically from Scotland.
Yeah, and she also is or has been coached by Andy Mappel. Remember that great skier from Great Britain?
Certainly, and Nicole Arthur, former world women's slalom champion from 2007.
She's also saying thank you to the organizers and all who made this event possible. Keep smiling. And yes, I will follow you up on that. All the volunteers, 175 volunteer peer people to make this happen. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, indeed. And Nicole Arthur approaching the course right now for this next pass. 12 meters. Entrance number 1. Round number 2. Working the ski from one side of the course to the next. Round number 3 and 4. And oh, look at that.
Wow.
Turn on number 5. Wow.
Did you see that, number 5?
Yeah, I saw number 5. That ski almost went at right angle.
Yeah.
I tell you.
And I'm like getting the sense of Andy Mappel just watching her skiing.
Well, you could see a few similarities in technique, but with Andy Mappel back in the day, he was so strong and so composed on the slalom course that he could basically run any pass that you threw at him. With Nicole Arthur, her technique varies in some way because she actually employs the technique of counter rotation, which enables her shoulders to stay down the course whilst using the lower half of her body to do most of the twisting motion that's required to get the slalom ski away from the boat and also outside the buoys at the same time. So, Nicole Arthur doing a fine job, and we'll take a look at this number 5 frame by frame. Normally you would be easing up at this point, but just look at the angle being generated off that ski. Oh, man alive.
Here it comes, the number 5.
Into number 6,
wow.
You're watching the tail end of that pass. Great skiing from Nicole Arthur so far.
Okay, we go back on 11 meters again. Here she goes. Oh, first boy, beautiful. Strong.
Oh, look
number
at this,
3.
Nicole Arthur. Roping this pass. Continue. Oh, and
no.
going inside.
Oh, no.
Inside number 4. Nicole Arthur, we'll take a look at this one more time. Was in pretty decent rhythm to start off with. On this particular run, we'll speed the replay up a little bit to get to the spot where she eventually came to a halt. Round number 3 took a hit, tried to execute the pre-turn, and finds herself inside number 4.
That is
now,
correct.
Nicole Arthur.
Well, Tony, situation. We have a national situation for France. We have to congratulate France already with the gold, silver, and bronze. It doesn't matter what happens right now because there are already the top 3 in this finals are all from France.
So far, so good, and Clara Le Forestier finds herself on the podium now with a medal finish of no worse than 3rd. Will she be in 2nd at the end of this, we wonder? Well, the only way we'll find out is by taking our last skier out on the water. Her name is Anais Amade. Here comes Anais Amade. Entrance gates, round number 1. Round 2. Good shape first on this particular run. Round number 4, round number 5, and is good to go. Round number 6. Good effort there from Anais Amade. As we look at this opening pass on 14.25 meters, a marvel at the technique that she's employing in the slalom course.
I can tell you that, Tony, that in 1808 the French Revolution came to Norway. In 2011 the French Revolution came back here at the slalom finals.
You're looking for the quote of the tournament, aren't you? Definitely. Nice one. Round number 2 and number 3. Anais Amade. Great skiing.
Ja, folkens, mine damer og herrer, litt kjapt innpå på norsk her nå. Nå er det slik at vi er i slalomfinalen, og det er den siste løperen som er på vannet, Anais Amade fra Frankrike. Hun er den 4. franske løperen som er med å kjempe om en topplassering. Og som jeg sa nylig, den franske revolusjonen kom i 1808, og den kom tilbake i 2011 her på Siap. Det er altså gull Frankrike, sølv Frankrike, bronse Frankrike, og det kan også bli 4. plass til Frankrike. Vi får se.
Okay, Anais Amade approaching the course right now. 13 meters. Entrance round number 1. Look at her go round number 2. And number 3 working her way across the course right here and now. 4, 5, and should have no problems getting around number 6 with this particular run. That is Anais Amade.
Beautiful 13 there. And she is way on her way to go into that 11 meters. Well, first she has to do the 12, but coming back on that 11, going through that 11, and she's going to fight her way up on the podium. Will it be gold, silver, or bronze?
Well, of course, as you've so rightly mentioned, the French have a lock on the podium right now. Who will actually finish on that podium is another matter entirely. But we've seen a great array of slaloming talent from our French female skiers. Amber Frank, Clara Le Forestier, Manon Costard, and indeed Anais Amade on the water right now. The French who actually constitute the majority of the webcast audience for this event so far, should be absolutely pleased with what they're seeing right now. As we now bring in Anais Amade, 12 meters. Good turn on number 1. Handle up a little bit high now. She's trying to work from one side of the course to the next. A look at her go into number 4. This is 12 meters. A pass that she should have under her belt under most circumstances. Nicely done there, Anais Amade. 12 meters. And for the benefit of our webcast audience, they're watching this pass again.
And that is a beautiful pass, although she was fighting her way through that 12, but who wouldn't?
Yeah, it's She may make it look easy, but a lot is happening underneath the surface, folks. A lot of nerves to contend with. A lot of leverage that one has to exert from one side of the course to the next. And a lot of patience too, don't forget. The school of thought a long time ago with slalom skiing is it was basically just yank it and crank it, so to speak. Turn as hard as you can and just hope you had the strength to hold on. Now the technique has improved, slalom skiers have improved, and performances have improved. So, Anais Amade, 6 buoy count on 12 meters. Now, a spot on the podium is up for grabs on this pass if she can get to the wakes after 5.
Let's see what happens.
Rolls in for her entrance gate. Round number 1. Oh, gets a horrid turn off number 1, but can she hold on? Oh, look at this, Anais Amade. Round number 3, round number 4. Can she get to 5? Yes, she can. Can she get round number 6? Oh, yeah! Oh, and collapses around the exit gates. Oh, wow! A great effort there from Anais Amade. That puts her on the podium. It puts her in 3rd place.
Yes, it is very good skiing. Og vi gir henne en skikkelig applaus. One more, let's hear it. Anais Amade, France, it's a medal. Congratulations.
All right.
Well, congratulations to all 4 competitors from France, especially Manon Costard, gold.
And watching this replay again from Anais Amade, she wasn't in the best shape for much of this pass, but she at least got round number 4 and round number 5 and 5 to the wakes gave her the medal. But it'll be interesting to see what happened round number 6. Well, I mean, she got loose off number 5 and flat skied it, but she got round number 6, took the slack of the line, and tried to basically ski it out, but the ski just got caught up in the boat's wake, in the trough that's made on the outside of the boat's wake, and just was up to her knees in spray and just completely lost it. Did a complete forward flip through the exit gates, and Anais Amade, and that was all she wrote. So, the medals, they all go to France, but in ascending order, Anais Amade with 5.5 at 11.25 meters. In 2nd place, with a score of 1.25 at 10.75 is Clara Le Forestier. And your new European slalom champion with a score of 2 at 10.75 meters, Manon Costard.
Gratulerer til Frankrike altså, og for å ta den lista her nå på norsk, så skal dere få vite nøyaktig hvordan denne finalen ble til slutt. Bronsemedalje og nummer 3, Ambré Franck fra Frankrike. Sølvmedalje og nummer 2, Claire Lise Welter. Og sølvmedalje fra Frankrike naturligvis. Og gull til Frankrike med Manon Costard fra Frankrike. Gratulerer. Congratulations, France. This is a big French day. The French Revolution just came back to us. Ja, mine damer og herrer, da venter vi bare på at vi skal sette i gang herrenes finale. Det er herrenes slalom-finale som er neste på programmet. This is the open men slalom final coming up.